Hello again, it's Susan with Staying in Stitches. It's my YouTube channel. I figured since I was already filming my reboot Flosstube #1, I would go ahead and do the haul video that I was speaking of in that video. I decided to do it as a separate video, so we'll call it Flosstube Reboot 1.1. So this is going to be just a haul video, like I said that I mentioned in the previous video. This is from Barefoot Needle Art in Surfside, South Carolina. They are my local needlework shop. And let me go ahead and pull her again so I can show you with the fabric. Because in the previous video, I said I was going to start Miss Luna Moth by Nora Corbett. And the fabric I had picked up from there for that one. As I explained in my previous video, I am trying to get over the big C. It's been approximately 2 weeks. For the most part, I'm negative and stuff. It's just the residual, trying to get over it. So if I have a little sniffles, it's mainly in my head, has been, and sinuses and stuff. So if I have a little sniffles and stuff, it's from that. I apologize. So let's get this started. And yes, I'm going to show you this. I really hit the clearance bin on this trip. I've done several shopping trips last month to them, and I have another haul that is pretty good size. Here is the back side of the receipt for this one. So I do a little damage every time I go in there. They do have an online shop that you, and Amy and Memory are amazing. They are wonderful shop owners, very helpful, very friendly, very kind every single time. So I did this come out of their discount bin, and even though it's not cross stitching, I also dabble in other crafts, and I grabbed this up because they don't carry very much of this. This really, I had never seen this in their shop, and it was just in, but this was $9 and I picked it up for $5, and it's a Christmas greeting card, but I'm thinking of displaying it as a just in a frame, but it's diamond painting, and I think that would be pretty at Christmas time with the ornaments, and it says Merry Christmas. So grab that up out of their bin, and this is in no particular order. I'm just kind of grabbing it out of the bag as I go. This was Fall Finishing Finds, and it has pom-pom trim, rickrack, a pumpkin button that you can maybe see a little of the front of it right there. Some tiny buttons right there. Just little, there's a leaf button in there. It's just little things you can use. There's the leaf button. You can kind of see it. Just little odds and ends that you could use to maybe make a smiles, pin cushion, things along those lines. So I just like the little pack they had put together, because I asked them, I said, does these coordinate with any particular designer or design or something, you know, you hadn't? They said, no, we just threw them together to, you know, little finishing kits if you want to. This is a Halloween finishing find, and it has some more of the, it's a little different. Yeah, it's definitely a different shade than that. That's a deeper fall green, and this is a brighter green pom-pom trim, purple rickrack, a cute pumpkin button. Let's see, what's in that little baggie? You can't see it as good as in the fall one. Just some more little buttons. Some little buttons and beads. Oh, there is a, looks like a Mill Hill ceramic bat button in there. So that's really nice. Just, you know, you have a Halloween project and think you need a little bat on there. I got one now. Because see, I need to get this stuff sorted, and like I bought the fabric for the Luna Moth, and if I let it sit there too long, I will forget what the heck it's for. And I'm either starting back over, or I'm be like, what the heck did I buy this for? Was I just shopping, or was it specifically for a project? And some of this stuff would, quite, you know, a little bit more. Most of it's just shopping and adding to stash, but some of it is very specific for projects. So therefore, if I do speak of that, I need to kind of do the fabrics. Whoops, that was a DMC. Okay, once again, and I'm excited to start her. This is going to be one of my starts. As I mentioned in my previous video, I'm going to do this month is my birthday month. And starting today to the 10th, my birthday's on November the 10th, I'm going to just start something new to me project per day. So 10 new starts for me. And she's going to be one of them. What day I'm going to grab up one is just going to be whatever day I decide what I feel like working on. But this is the fabric I got from them for, I don't know if you can see it that great. It's got some limey green color into it. It's not showing up good at all. You can kind of catch a hint of it right up in here. Let me see if I can fold it over and turn it. You kind of catch little hints here and there, but it's got like a greenish lime green, similar, not bright lime green, but I think she will look stunning on this. They use kind of gray, green, medium undertone, the one that was stitched the cover photo. This is from Fiber on a Whim. If maybe she was able to catch, you know, if you're interested in this fabric and kind of want to see, or maybe stitch, if you're interested in stitching her. Fiber on a Whim Peridot. It's a Lugana 28 count. There's that if you need it. And while I have it, I'll show you theirs. There's their website. So that's what I'm going to stitch her on. It's probably a bigger piece than I need, but most of these designs call for 32 count. Excuse me. But I have learned from in the past, especially if you're dealing with linens. That's why I also chose the even weave. I've in the past run into where you have a really hard time getting all your beads and stuff on there. And I've always normally stitched on my last mirror I ran it. Last two mirrors I've done, or Nora Corbett's, was hand-dyed fabric. And when the dyers, or you dye your fabric and it's got cotton in it or anything, most of the time they shrink. So I use a 28 count, so I have plenty of room for my beads and stuff. And I try to now use an even weave. But I will not stick solely to an even weave for a Mira or a Nora Corbett. I will use linen, as I have before. But keep in mind those linen threads are not even. So, those were a couple flosses for that. Like I said, I'm trying to organize. This here was in their, as I mentioned in my Flosstube 1 reboot video, I'm really heavily into Shepherd's Bush here lately. So this was in their sale bin, clearance bin for $18. And it included everything: linen, floss, I believe the beads, needles, chart. Sunflower Summer by Shepherd's Bush. Sometimes though it's hard to see Shepherd's Bush's designs on their covers. But here's the kit. Like I said, it comes with everything. This one, I don't know if it has any charms on it, but it does. It's a button. There's some buttons. It does have beads, and these look to be silks. Most of her kits, if they're kitted up, are silks. That's a dark fabric. I really like that fabric. But it looks to be a lady with some sunflowers, and there's crows and all that good stuff. But for $18, these kits, if you ever shop for them, this one I'm sure was, this one's copyright 1994. Some of the older kits can be quite pricey. So I was glad to scoop this one up. This also was in the sale bin. This is by Rosewood Manor. Acorn. Sometimes my southern accent really gets to me, and I feel like people are going to judge me for it on here. Acorns on a Pumpkin. And sometimes I get to just talking so fast, and my thoughts are coming and rambling. So I think that's a really cute way they finished it. And it also came, It was 20% off of $8.50, and it came with the cute little acorn charm. She's so cute. I love that. I really like, that's Picture This Plus fabric there. I really like that. So that was in the sale bin. This here was in the sale. Like I said, I hit the sale bin really hard, and I found some great finds. This was $10 and got it 20% off. And it's a Romantic Halloween by Romy's, ROMY''S Creations. I believe she's overseas, but it's Halloween, and this is actually a button that you stitch on the finished piece, just like that. And this little kit came with the fabric to stitch it on, a hand-dyed floss that she had dyed, Romy's, and then the backing or the finishing fabric. So that was $8 for that because it was 10 with 20% off. And I haven't opened it up yet. I know you most definitely stitch this Halloween and place the button like you would there beside the words, but I don't know if that's part of it. I don't think so. I think it's just the lettering and that. So, I mean, I could finish this in a day. Like the stitching. I could probably complete it 100%, but we spoke how in the last video I need to get better at fully finishing objects. Once again, another clearance bin, and this one I was shocked. Absolutely phenomenal. Just Nan is the chart and all the charms, and there is like 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 charms in there, and got this for $5 stinking. Let me cover up the chart most of the way. That's what it looks like. And look at all those nice charms. A ladybug, a hummingbird, butterfly turtle, a frog, and I believe there's one more in there. But it will look like that when it's stitched. For $5 stinking. Of course, I have to get the fabric, get the flosses, which they look to be DMC. And the charms alone are way more, as you know, Just Nan can be quite pricey too. So I was happy with that purchase. Also, I picked up some needles. I got some John James, and I thought I'd give these a try. I believe they're golden. Anyway. These Memory and Amy had talked about on one of their videos. These are pony needles. And a lot of people sing their praises. I haven't tried these yet. I picked up these 2 packs. One is a variety pack, and one is for size 28 needles times 5. They're coated at the top, and they're not nickel plated. So, you know, sometimes, and that does it with me, is if you're stitching with a needle and after so long it kind of tarnishes or something from the natural oils from your hand or your body's chemistry or pH or something. These won't do that. I believe they're made in India, and Amy talked a lot about those. They're at the front checkout. So here is a pattern I picked up called The Pumpkin House by Hello from Liz Matthews. This here is a really neat pattern in which you have to choose the same count for both pieces of fabric. So if you use a 32 up here, you have to use a 32 down here, for example. But you stitch this piece up, the house, on that fabric, and you get a lighter color fabric and kind of do this. I don't know, to me it reads as a quilt, similar to that. And then you stitch the 2 pieces together. If you're interested in this pattern, it does, primarily it looks to be DMC, but they also have NPI, which is a silk. You could do optional DMC. I would stitch mine, I believe, in DMC. But I absolutely fell in love with that. Like I said in my Flosstube number 1 reboot, is I stitch a whole variety of themes and designers, and you know, I stitch what makes me happy. Okay. This here, and see, this is why, because it's already starting to get a little questionable in my memory. This here I had got off a D-Stash group. It's Rosewood Manor Halloween Quilt Sampler. And so I grabbed that up. And it did come with these spider charm. And let me see if I can get the glare off of it. It's just a really cool Halloween quilt sampler. And the spider charm just sent it over the top, for real. But I picked up all the specialty threads that it called for at Barefoot Needle Art. So those are the colors. They're really pretty. And I went with this fabric here for that Halloween quilt sampler. It's showing up, this piece is showing up pretty decent. It is by Laura's Fabrics, and it's called Old and Crusty. It's a Lugana, 32 count, and it's a fat quarter. So I got that to stitch this on, and I think those threads look amazing because I've done a floss toss on it. We quickly calculated while we was there because I got this off of eBay. I hope I didn't show that pattern too much. It's Bent Creek Leaf. This might actually be my 10th start for my birthday because I had 9 projects and I needed one more. Because this is perfect. I'm sorry, the seller, whoever shipped it, put it in saran wrap, and I've just left it in it to help protect the chart, especially with me taking it with me to go and get the flosses and stuff. This has a couple, it's about half and half between DMC and Weeks Dye Works. So that's used in it. So I believe this might, it just depends because I wanted to stitch this one on this same fabric for the quilt sampler. And Amy had quickly calculated, and she thinks I will have enough to do both projects out of this fat quarter because they didn't have another piece in this. So I'm hoping I can get that on here, and that really depends whether or not that will be my 10th birthday start. And I believe these are the ones that goes with it. Let me see real quick. Yeah. So these specialty fibers here are the ones that go for this project. The only thing that kind of concerns me is this one here, which is Weeks Putty. I just don't know if it will pop really good. Oh no, it looks okay. Yeah, it looks fine off of that fabric. And while I'm at it, I just picked up a few flosses I need because I went to Michael's, which I want to show you some of that stuff, I believe, next haul. They didn't have all the flosses, so I picked up the few remaining I needed at Barefoot. Up next is another bin find at Barefoot. This was only $1, y'all. $1. Welcome winter. It says, welcome winter, let the winds blow. I'll stitch by the fire, let it snow, let it snow. And of course, we live at the beach here in South Carolina, so I highly, highly doubt that it's going to snow. But I do come from an area where we used to get snow, which is up in near the mountains in North Carolina. That's where we're originally from. So this here, like I said, was only a stinking $1. And it come with the fabric, the threads, and the beads. Is that beads? Yeah. So, although the linen is pretty sparse, I may still use it. I mean, for a stinking $1, you can't, the beads are in there, but you can't see them, they're clear. And it came with this Krynic and these. And that's a specialty dyed thread. You can't really probably tell the variation too much, but it is. This is pretty sparse and thin, but like I said, for $1, I'll stitch it on it. Okay, the last bit from the Barefoot Needle Art haul, until I move on to the Michaels, I believe I'm going to show you guys that, is this pattern I just picked up. Halloween Quaker by Lila's Studio. They do every Friday they do a live, and they had shown this pattern when it came into the shop. And I knew instantly that I had to have this. The glare is pretty rough on this, but you get the idea. I love all these little motifs, the skeletons in that Quaker, the cats. I mean, it's just all, I love it. Now this one does have where you can do it in DMC or Crescent Colors. I will probably do mine in Crescent Color Works. But it does have, and it does have where you blend some of the floss colors if you use DMC to kind of get the same effect and look. So yeah, I don't have fabric for this. I didn't buy the threads for it because I've got enough to start and worry with for now. But I would like to have this one going by a year from now, next Halloween. Not to say to have it complete, but to have it going. Let me see if there's anything you guys might be interested. I went to Michael's that same day and I went there. The other thing really quickly, I'm going to show you this. I know some people probably don't care, but their Halloween stuff was on sale. So I grabbed up this diamond painting from there, and like all this center glows. It's glow in the dark. And there's a witch down there. And that's what it'll look like when it's done. Really, other than threads and some trims, there's not much to be of interest probably. I did buy 3 of these coffin boxes. They were $3.99 and I believe it was 40 or 50% off. I thought it would be kind of cool. I've actually seen it since I've purchased these. The little lid comes off. If someone had stitched like a skeleton and kind of finished it in this coffin shape on the inside and put it down in here. I just grabbed up a couple extra because while I was there, I was thinking of maybe kind of doing mixed media art with it. Here's some stickers. I thought about kind of, I didn't really have a full-on game plan. But since then, like I said, I have seen someone do that. And here, even if I do cross stitch and put up, I bought some really Halloween glitters. And to decorate the outside of the box with. To really spice it up. This here might be of interest along cross stitch because that's why I picked it up for finishing. These were $9.99 but 40% off at the time. They're probably on clearance now if you can find them. But these trims I'd say are a yard, which is 36 inches. And like this one says Happy Halloween on it. And then, I mean, it's got a lot, these are for Halloween. And I thought look at that one with the little fringe. I just thought, and this fuzzy one, I just thought if I made some smalls and stuff, these would come really in handy. Ooh, this one's really pretty. It's kind of got a little metallic. I bought 2 of these, but I tried to pick another one that was different from that one. So here's the other one. See, this one's got like a black and white one. A little bit more fringy type thing. But see, I think that this purple may be in that one there. Let's see what else. Look at that purple with the orange zigzag. Like a really thin cording. This one here is really cool. So I picked these up for, like I said, trims on smalls. Oh, and here's some more glitters I picked up for those coffins. Like I said, look at those cool spider webs. They're in black and gold. So even if I do put a cross stitch, I think I would kind of like jazz the box up really well on the outside. And other than that, like a mega handful of flosses for some projects. And that was it from even Michael's that day. I had very set intentions. That is for, all that DMC is for Luna Moth. And the Cricut collection, the month, if you've ever seen them, the October, the months, they have one, I got one that says beach. Then there's January through December, and I was wanting to stitch October, and I will still probably start it. That was the floss for that. See, I write this down and I mark them off when I go to get them, and any ones that I needed I picked up And then leaf, the leaf pattern I showed you, I said it was about 50-50 mix of specialty threads and DMC. So it looks to be 4 DMC and the rest was specialty threads, which wasn't very many. But I will need to calculate and see if that piece of cloth that I showed you will work for the leaf and the Halloween quilt sampler by Rosewood Manor. If it does, the leaf will probably be my 10th project start for my birthday month. If I didn't mention in the beginning of the video, today is November the 1st, so I will be starting a project today. If you all would like to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is Staying in Stitches, just like my YouTube channel. The only thing is there's no spaces. It's all spelled out as one word. If you'd like to follow me on TikTok, same thing, Staying in Stitches, all one word. I haven't done much with TikTok, but I really want to get TikTok up and going. If I can get 1,000 subscribers, I can go live, and I have a few ideas I'd like to do for live. But TikTok has the guidelines where you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and I've got like 37 puny subscribers, because up until this point with TikTok, I hadn't done much with it, and I just use it for viewing content. But anyhow, that's that haul. I have another haul from, like I said, I went a couple times last month, and it's a pretty massive haul. That was an expensive haul. The receipt's probably double or triple that size. So let's just put it that way. If you guys are interested in me doing another video in the next week or two and putting that up, just let me know. But if you have any questions about anything, just ask me about any of the patterns or anything like that. You know, I know sometimes you see a pattern people do and they're interested in it, but they're like, well, you know, what's the finished size? Or does it call for all DMC, or does it call for some specialty threads and stuff like that? I don't mind helping you out and answering that if you're interested in a pattern, but you have certain specifications that you like to stitch by. Please subscribe to my channel. That will be wonderful. Feel free to comment and talk in the comments. I welcome those to interact. And please like the video. So until we talk and speak again, I will see you hopefully in a month's time, if not sooner, to do the other haul video. Probably won't be today. I filmed my previous video and this one back to back. So I hope everyone enjoyed their Halloween and is staying safe, and be well. Bye.